Okay, I I just noticed that Game Science or Black Myth has just released a new video about their next game, which is Black Myth Zhong Kui. So it's probably more like a teaser. I don't know if there's gameplay. I don't know what are they gonna show. I'm very interested in this game because I played Black Myth Wukong. I completed it like 100% with all the achievements. It was such a good game for me, and such like a great introduction to the Chinese mythology. So yeah, I'm really curious and excited of how these Chinese studios are approaching the video games industry by introducing their own history, culture, which is very rich, you know. After all, China, I think I'm not very well versed in the history of these countries, so but I think China is like really old, so they have many stories, many religions, traditions and stuff. So and trying to connect with the overseas audience, trying to make them get to know, you know, their culture. So and especially going on about it with mythologies, myths, legends, gods, religions and stuff. It's really interesting. So first was Black Myth Wukong, you know, and now is Zhong Kui. The only time I heard this name was in Smite, like years ago. I don't know how many years ago when I used to play it. And I really don't know anything about this character, so after we watch this video, I'm gonna take a look at the origin of this deity. So yeah, hopefully there's some gameplay and hopefully they announce a release date. Let me lower the volume for me because it's bursting my ears. Oh. What is that? Knife? The traditional instruments of China are so good. It's like so Pacific. Is that a gourd? Gourd? I don't know how you pronounce it. The hell is that? A ghost? What? We create ghouls now? Yokai? Devils? It's like Jigokuraku. So we're cooking for 6 minutes. This teaser is just cooking. What are we cooking? Okay, ever since Black Myth Wukong that I've seen these creatures, which is weird, of course, for an outsider like me, but I don't even know what they represent and why they look like that. It's crazy. It looks weird. Mm-hmm. Is this gonna be the gameplay? Zhong Kui cooking simulator? It's hot. Maybe this game is gonna be more story rich. For me, Black Myth Wukong what was like most notable, or I don't know how you say it. The highlights of Black Myth Wukong for me was the combat, the fights, but maybe this isn't gonna be the case with Zhong Kui. I don't know what this is. It doesn't have subtitles. Game Science Zhong Kui. Oh. Is this the myth, the legend, the god? Oh, what? Who? Years of the Horse specialist content story. What? What does this mean? Year of the Horse special. This content is non-canon and unrelated to the main storyline. Well, then I won't think about it too much then. Let's see some comments. Black meal we cook. They made their cooking again. Guess so. That was probably the most beautifully disturbing thing I've ever seen. I'm sold. Yeah, the creatures like standing there while the woman was cooking. I can't believe how beautiful this looks. Well, Black Myth Wukong looked really beautiful in their teasers. So, well, the cinematics actually like almost never disappoints. So, but I want to see the in-game footage. That's what I don't like about these teasers or trailers that developers do nowadays, because it's just the cinematics. I want to see at least a little bit of gameplay in-game footage in the middle of the trailer. This one is Happy Chinese New Year. Oh, is this Chinese New Year? In the Chinese mythological system, any animal, plant, or even inanimate object can, through exercise, practice spiritual cultivation, or this is how Sun Wukong came into being. Yao, or Yao Guai, common Japanese word for yokai, comes from the Chinese term, right? Well, a lot of the majority of the kanji of Japanese is basically a copy of the Chinese, no? Or even a Shan. So this video. Whoa. I'm not reading all that, but thanks. I can confirm that this is how preparing for New Year feast looks like. Well, the rest just giving a run. Help your mother. Hopefully this year, at least. Well, there's a lot of games, a lot of good games probably gonna come out this year. So, but I hope this year Game Science takes some more awards. Okay, so now I thought it was gonna be some gameplay in this trailer, but it wasn't the case. Maybe they're gonna the gameplay is gonna be similar to Wukong. Is gonna be like a Souls-like. Hopefully it's a bit more different, cause yeah, I don't want to play the same game. But yeah, hopefully they innovate with the mechanics. I think they will. Even though the combat in Black Myth Wukong is like really good. I hope they can, with Black Myth Zhong Kui, they can add some more variety or different style. I guess we'll have to learn more about the character Zhong Kui to have an idea of how they can create a combat style, or that works around the character lore. So as I told you earlier, I don't know about Zhong Kui, so we're gonna look for it, okay? Just like a surface level knowledge. Maybe I'm gonna go more in depth later on, but for now I'm gonna search who is Zhong Kui. Zhong Kui, according to the AI of Google, Zhong Kui is a prominent Taoist deity and mythological figure in Chinese folklore, revered as the king of ghosts. King of ghosts, okay. We're playing with the dead here. And a powerful vanquisher of demons and evil spirits. So he's like a ghostbuster. Ghostbusters! Depicted as a fierce-looking bearded scholar, he is believed to protect homes from evil, often featured in art, particularly around the Lunar New Year. So that's why they chose to drop the trailer in these days. This is the Chinese New Year, right? Okay, so a prominent Taoist, for what I know, is like a religion. When I hear Taoism, a picture that comes to my head is the yin and yang. Let's see. Taoism or Taoism is an ancient Chinese philosophical and religious tradition emphasizing living in harmony with the Tao, the way, the natural, ineffable principle behind all existence. Right. So it's like this natural energy, I guess. Okay, Zhang, I don't know how to pronounce this. It promotes simplicity, spontaneity, and wu-wei, effortless action. It focuses on balance, often symbolized by the yin and yang. Right, that's what I was saying. From my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, but I still don't read this, so I just want to say that from what I am understanding is that, for example, the Tao is like, it seems to be a concept akin or similar to the concepts we've heard about, like the ki or chakra. That's like the natural energy that comes from us. Yeah, it's like this natural power within us. It can be, can it be, how you say it? Can it be compared to Stoicism? The philosophy of the Stoicism in some sort of a way? Okay, key aspects of the Taoism. The Tao, the way, the ultimate, formless, and inexpressible source and sustaining force of the universe. Right. Core philosophy. Living in harmony with nature, embracing simplicity, and maintaining inner peace. This is crazy because I'm told I'm like a very calm person, and I actually really try to live this way. I don't like stressing out about things. I try to just, one of my goals in life is just to have inner peace, as it says here. My own, I choose to strive for a peaceful life. So it is crazy that the way I want to live, the way I've been leading my life, like living my life until now, is similar to what the Taoism is about, you know? This to live for this, with this kind of philosophy. Wu-wei, non-action. The practice of acting without forcing, aligning with the natural flow of life rather than fighting it. Look, I'm not a religious person at all. What? Some of these it's more of the philosophy that is within some of these religions, that it's really, how do you call it? It's really like rich in knowledge, wisdom. To put it in more simple terms, is in a more simple word, interesting, right? But I don't have any words in my dictionary to describe the way what I want to say. So, okay, yin and yang. The concept that opposite forces, dark light, passive active, are interdependent and complementary, forming a necessary balance. Okay, this reminds me a bit of an anime I'm watching, which is Jigokuraku, or Hell's Paradise, which it also, the story is around the Taoism, and of course this includes the yin and yang, the opposite forces. For example, and the energy in this anime, the source of power is the Tao within the person, and the majority of the humans there don't know how to control their Tao, because they are mostly how you call it, they don't have this balance that they talk here, which is finding the middle ground between your weakness and your strength. Like, that's what one of the characters there says, like, to be able to use your Tao, you have to be weak but also strong. You can be strong and purely strong, or purely weak.
手の使いこなすのもすぐだな。あ？
タオ、強い弱い、強い強いダメ。
よくわからんな。
You have to have these two this equilibrium between your weakness and your strength to be able to use this energy within you.
心を弱くする。
強いは弱いのみ、弱いは強いの種。
So yeah, it's really interesting. The origin and traditions. The founder of Taoism is Lao Tzu. I'm gonna have to take a look at this person later. Today, Taoism is practiced primarily in China, Taiwan, and Southeast Asia, with millions of followers worldwide. Of course, millions of followers worldwide that are probably not familiar with the existence of a term for their way of living, you know. I think it's a very effective way of seeing things, way of carrying yourself. Okay, so now we go back. So now Zhong Kui. I want to look at some images. So yeah, this is how Zhong Kui is pictured in Chinese art. Supposedly he's the king of ghosts, so it doesn't look very intimidating, I guess. What is his weapon? A dagger? A short sword? A fan? Okay, so we continue. with his origin story. According to legend, he was a brilliant scholar in the Tang dynasty who committed suicide after the emperor unjustly stripped him of his top-ranking, hard-earned exam title due to his ugly appearance. That is fucked up. Deification. Deification. After his death, he became a ghost king. How? How? I don't know where. Fetching to protect the mortal realm from evil spirits. Emperor Xuanzong of Tang later dreamed that Zhong Kui caught a smaller demon, leading him to appoint Zhong Kui as a guardian. So Zhong Kui became a deity, or at least gained the title of deity, because the emperor at the time had a dream appearance and symbolism. He is traditionally depicted with a large black beard, bulging eyes, a fierce expression, and a sword. Okay, so he uses a sword. He is often shown with 5 bats or with bats representing 5 bats representing the 5 blessings, which are I'll have to look it up, I guess. Cultural role: often placed on doors as a door god or spiritual bouncer to ward off bad luck. He is considered a protector against malevolent forces. Probably in the game we're gonna be working as a guardian, I guess. Regional influence. His popularity extends beyond China to Japan, where he is known as Shoki. He is a unique figure in that he represents fight evil with evil. Oh. Using his fearsome monstrous appearance to protect rather than harm. Rather harm the innocent. Ooh. Okay, it's kind of messed up that they say he represents fighting evil with evil. And I was thinking, why is he evil? Why is he the evil one fighting evil? And later, it's because of his appearance. They saying he's so ugly that he seems evil. That he seems evil. That's crazy. To me, the real evil one is the emperor that take all of his titles away just for his appearance. That's the evil one. Is this the same emperor that later on dreamed of Zhong Kui catching a demon and then giving him the title of guardian of a deity after his death, after his suicide, because you stripped him from everything he earned? That's crazy. From what I can maybe predict is that the missions are gonna be those of that of a guardian, you know. We're probably gonna have to protect people here. I don't know. Probably the main enemy is gonna be the emperor and this, you know, this dynasty is gonna be friendly fire, because it's most likely gonna be a story of betrayal, you know, in Chinese mythology or history. There seems to be a lot of betrayal here. It's cool how they depicted him in the game. So here we have a Chinese Ganondorf. Yeah, it's gonna be another story of betrayal, you know, the same way that Wukong was betrayed. But yeah, I am quite I'm quite excited about this new Black Myth, which is it's surprising that has come this game has come like very soon after Black Myth Wukong. There seems to be they seem to have different teams there in game science that are working in different games. Maybe we don't even know, there could be a third game they're working on after they release Zhong Kui. Or probably now that Black Myth Wukong ended and was released, the Black Myth Wukong devs now started working in already a new project, while Zhong Kui is taking the spotlight now. But also I heard rumors that Black Myth Wukong is gonna have a DLC, so I don't really know if they're working on something else besides that. But it's just a rumor, I don't know. At least I don't know. So yeah, I'm really excited about their new game and to learn more about Chinese culture. Yeah, that's it. We will be there. We will be there.
街に開拓して形のない今日が過ぎ去っていく